Hi, my name's Tom. I'm from Pizza Pilgrims. Clues in the name, we sell pizza. Yeah, it's interesting to get around the table with obviously people who are doing this restaurant thing on a very high level. Obviously, a lot of concern around Brexit, which is, as one person pointed out, sort of become a catch-all for everyone's issues in the industry. But it's definitely affecting everything from the workforce to the food costs to outside investment. Yeah, so it's sort of crystallising a lot of concerns in the industry right now. Obviously, the other one that everyone is banging on about is rents, which a lot of words like unsustainable floating around. But yeah, it's interesting to kind of learn from these guys who've been doing it a lot longer than we have. I mean, slightly concerning. It felt like quite a sort of negative day in terms of everyone was sort of like, oh, rather than ooh. But I think obviously there's a lot of demand out there for good food concepts. People are eating out more and more. Things like delivery, if managed well, are obviously a bit of an opportunity area for some people. Obviously, it can be seen as a threat through other lenses. But yeah, I think it's just evident that you need to constantly be keeping on the front foot and keeping fresh and relevant. Otherwise, you'll get left behind in what is a pretty fast-changing market. Yeah, obviously, it's really flattering to be asked, and certainly like sitting in and amongst some of the really big names in big global restaurant brands is it's a fascinating viewpoint, and it's fascinating to see the things that concern them versus I'm still worrying about a restaurant that leaks, and they're worrying about the global financial performance of X, Y, and Z. But no, it's very flattering to be here. It's very interesting to see people's concerns and see how they translate to different areas like airports, which is something we've never even considered being a part of. But just hearing the challenges of that environment, it's just interesting to see how everyone's take on stuff is affected by various factors. I think it's something I tried to touch on and was slightly not quite there, but I think it's a fun industry to be part of. Like we're a big part of what people would describe as like a night out or a fun time. We really want to we employ young people who we also feel like are having a great time in our restaurants and being part of the team. And it's interesting seeing the change of the kind of people that are being employed in the UK, like Millennials, whatever that is. We I guess are Millennials, and we can kind of relate to the people we're employing's viewpoint on their workplace. Almost like you're lucky that we've chosen you as our employer, so you owe us something. So yeah, it is fascinating to see people who've been doing it longer, who have seen seen things change in the food industry over the last 20 years, seeing what their concerns are, and something that we just actually take for granted and see as the norm. It's really interesting.